Well, guys, I do love me some magic, and boy oh boy did this trick blow me away. Hey there guys, how are you? Welcome back to my Christopher Nolan series on this channel. We are chugging right along in his filmography. I'm having a great time taking a trip down memory lane, watching every single Christopher Nolan film in the build-up to the eventual theatrical release of Tenet. And today we're going to be talking about The Prestige, of course written and directed by Christopher Nolan, and it stars Hugh Jackman, Christian Bale, Scarlett Johansson, Michael Caine, and David Bowie. A phenomenal cast, if I say so myself. And before I get any further into this review, guys, thank you so much, as always, for stopping by. If you guys are new here, please make sure to hit that subscribe button down below as hard as you possibly can so you don't miss any of my future videos coming up. And also, please make sure to leave a thumbs up on this video by the end if you liked it. But with that out of the way, let's talk about what I think is one of the most underrated films in Christopher Nolan's filmography, The Prestige. Now, this movie is set in 1878, and it follows two feuding stage magicians played by Hugh Jackman and Christian Bale. Robert Angier, played by Jackman, and Alfred Borden, played by Bale, are absolutely obsessed with proving to the world that they are better illusionists than the other. And this movie basically follows them through their clashes and their games of one-upmanship with each other, but it turns out that the consequences of their actions prove much more dire than originally intended. And keep in mind, this competition that these two have is in no way friendly. It's not that kind of relationship where they go to see each other's magic acts to support each other. They do go and see each other's shows, but it's not in a way to like support one another and to brainstorm ideas off of the other. This competition is in no way, shape, or form meant to help each other become better magicians, but it's meant to basically be the better magician because these two despise each other. They are in fact colleagues, but without getting too deep into spoiler territory early on in this review, there is a very, very drastic tragedy that occurs very early on in this movie between these two characters, and this heated personal feud is pretty much off to the races once that occurs. And like I said, The Prestige is one of Christopher Nolan's most underrated flicks. It came out in 2006, right smack dab in between Batman Begins and The Dark Knight. So I can kind of understand why there's not as many people talking about this movie, but I cannot begin to praise The Prestige enough. This film is awesome. It's one of those movies that most people tend to overlook, and I think everybody needs to watch The Prestige right now. It is so transfixing and so mesmerizing from beginning to end. I want to start by talking to you guys a little bit about the writing and the direction of this movie. Christopher Nolan takes a very different approach to The Prestige. There are so many parallels in the technicals of this film to the opening soliloquy given by Michael Caine, who is once again fantastic in another Christopher Nolan feature. Michael Caine's character refers to the magician's three acts being as follows. First, you have the pledge, where the magician shows you something. Completely obvious, no questions asked. Second, you have the turn, where the magician will do something to that pledge. And last but not least, you have the prestige, which is the big finish of the trick that leaves the audience amazed and makes them want to clap. And from the get-go, with that opening soliloquy, that pretty much tells you what the prestige is going to be. Because that's pretty much how Christopher Nolan approached this film, as if he was a magician himself. You heard me right. This movie is essentially a 2-hour and 10-minute magic trick. It's a genius idea, really, if you think about it. And especially as I rewatch this movie again and again, I start to notice new things every single time that I might not have noticed on the surface. Honestly, I've seen this movie about, I don't know, like 4 times at this point, and I notice something new every single time. It is genius screenwriting. This movie does not cheat at all. And the acting in this movie, these roles were perfectly cast. I want to talk about Hugh Jackman first. So incredible in this film. This was one of the first times I saw Hugh Jackman in a role where he just disappears. He vanishes into it. Similar to Leonardo DiCaprio in Inception, I'm aware it's Hugh Jackman completely, but he's so buried into this part that I could never really say that's just Hugh Jackman acting. That's a character right there. Hugh Jackman's a good actor. Yeah, you kind of get where I'm going with that, yeah? Maybe. But he is this character, or characters in this case. That's correct. you get double Hugh Jackman in this flick. Now, of course, you see that he has this big greatest showman magician main persona, but Jackman also plays the drunken double that this magician hires to perform the transporting man trick as a way to one-up Christian Bale's character, who performs the transporting man trick convincingly well. It may be obvious that this guy's Hugh Jackman, but the movie is so well realized and so interesting that we don't even notice. Once again, just like a real magic trick. Both main female presences in this movie were fantastic performances. Scarlett Johansson, I thought, very good as Hugh Jackman's assistant. Rebecca Hall as well. Very underrated emotional performance. Excellent range. Very tough material that she has that she pulled off very convincingly. How about Andy Serkis as well? Great in the amount of time he's given. This is such an amazing cast. How about David Bowie as Nikola Tesla? What an incredible performance from him. Every time he shows up in The Prestige, David Bowie practically steals the scene. Such an amazing presence. Last but certainly not least, I gotta talk about Christian Bale in this flick. Oh my god, what an outstanding performance this is. Now, you guys already know I've praised Christian Bale so much, so you probably don't need me to tell you how amazing he is in The Prestige. But here's maybe the biggest reason why this performance stands out, maybe above the rest of Christian Bale's entire filmography. And just in case, now is the time where I'm going to get into major spoiler territory for The Prestige. So if you've never seen the movie, pause the video right here, go and watch The Prestige, and then come right back where you left off. I've warned you. So, here we go. So the big plot twist of The Prestige is that Christian Bale plays a set of identical twins. Yeah. So you also get double Christian Bale in this performance. This right here is why I think The Prestige gets even better on rewatch after rewatch. This twist is why he's able to pull off the transporting man trick so effectively. And you know what's even more amazing is that Michael Caine's character even mentions to Hugh Jackman at one point that that's got to be his secret. There's got to be double Christian Bale here. And cleverly enough, Hugh Jackman's character is written to respond that that cannot be the solution because it's too obvious. So the audience's guards are kind of brought down to this solution so that when that reveal happens, oh my goodness, when that reveal happens, it is so... Yes. Yes! And like I just brought up, this twist makes so much more sense on consistent rewatches because you'll probably notice that Christian Bale seems to be constantly changing in personality from scene to scene. Rebecca Hall even asks him at one point, "Do you love me today?" And that's why I respect Christian Bale so much for his work in The Prestige. Because he not only has to know the given circumstances and the emotional beats as per usual, but he also has to be aware which twin he is in any given moment. I mean, I don't really know what else I can say about this movie that hasn't already been said. The Prestige is so well written, it's so well realized. It is truly an amazing cinematic feat, and Christopher Nolan has shown us yet again that he's got quite a few tricks up his sleeve. It's a damn amazing movie, super underrated. I think everybody should check out The Prestige right now. It's probably one of my favorite magic tricks I've ever seen. I really don't have any problems or flaws with this movie, honestly. It's that damn good, guys. Genius film. I'm gonna give The Prestige my highest grade of an A+. And you guys know what that means. The streak continues! I have reviewed 6 Christopher Nolan films on this channel so far, and it's been a clean sweep. Every single one has gotten my perfect grade of an A+. Christopher Nolan is just a man who really knows how to do his job. But seriously, if there are any viewers out there that have never seen The Prestige before, and I have met a lot of people who never have, please, please, please check this film out. I cannot recommend it enough. You will not regret it. And believe it or not, we are still not done with the Christopher Nolan series. Look forward at this point next weekend for yet another review of another underrated Nolan classic, Insomnia. Can't wait to talk about this one with you guys too. Thanks so much again, as always, for watching the video. Please be sure to leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it. And please don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you're new as hard as you possibly can on your way out. We are so very close to hitting that 100 subscriber mark on the channel. Thank you guys so much for your support so far. I'll tell you what, also, if you guys can help me get to at least 100 subscribers on this channel, you guys are going to get a very special surprise video from me. Because you guys are the best, and I want to give you all exactly what you want on this channel. More fun content. Thanks again for checking out the video, guys. Look forward to more reviews very soon. Please stay safe out there, and with all that being said, Back Talk, commence.